Hi everyone, I'm Alex. Today I'm going to show you these two types of Alcantara. So before we begin, let me explain what is Alcantara. Alcantara is actually a well-known Italian brand that famously formulated a type of material called Ultrasuede. It is formulated back then in Japan, and Ultrasuede is now widely used in car interior, especially in sports car, because of its lightweight and better grades. Many car enthusiasts still call this material Alcantara instead of Ultrasuede because this is just like how we Malaysians always say Milo instead of cocoa powders and cocoa drinks. The light grey one here is the normal Alcantara that we've been selling. It can be used for both sides, so it is very suitable for those of you that like to do some DIY project like desk mat. As for the texture of the surface, it has a suede-like feels. So now we try to stretch it, and as usual, it is not stretchable for both sides. And the dark grey one here is the Flexible Alcantara. And you might notice here, this is the backing, and it can only be used on the surface. So unlike the normal Alcantara, it can be used on only one side. The texture of the surface is very similar to normal Alcantara, but somehow it feels smoother. When I try to stretch it like this, you can see that it can be stretched about ½ inch. Okay, so now the question is, when should we use the normal Alcantara and when should we use the flexible Alcantara? When we are trying to wrap something like car cushion, headliners, door trims, and even steering wheels, we can use the normal Alcantara. Because when we are wrapping something like that, the material must not be too elastic, as we might afraid that when we stretch it unevenly, it will look very ugly. For those curvy areas, we actually need those stretchable material to make sure it can stretch to fit perfectly. And yes, that's about it today. So thank you so much for your time.